Now, what I hear all the time is well, I've tried to offer cash services to my patients before and people didn't want it and they thought the price was too high and they wouldn't buy it unless that insurance covered it and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to show you how to get rid of all of those objections. So here's the first thing that you do. First thing that you do is that I want you to sell 10 to your existing list. And in order to do that, here's what you have to do. 1, price it higher than you ever thought possible. I'm going to say that again. Price the procedure higher than you ever thought possible. Now, here's what most doctors do. What they do is they think, well, they don't have a lot of money. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer it cheap. And if that works, then what I'll do is I'm going to gradually raise prices. Don't do it. Don't do it. Every 10% discount that you offer, you have to sell 22% more units to make the same amount of money. And if your intent is to get it to a place where you're going to be charging premium dollars so that you don't have to see 100 patients in a week, just start there. Just start at the best price, okay? So price it higher than you thought possible. Hey, I'm Matthew Galogli, and I'm a maverick. Well, what is a maverick? A maverick goes against the grain. We find our own way. And if you're sick and tired of being pushed around by the insurance companies, come join us. We'll show you the way out. And you'll love medicine again. Number 2, do not call everybody else in your marketplace and figure out what they're charging and then decide charge just a little bit less than them. Because what you're doing is you're getting advice from a bunch of other broke doctors who don't know crap about pricing, okay? Don't pay attention to what the market is doing. The market has no clue. Trust me on this. This is science of pricing. So set your price higher than you ever thought possible, okay? Don't call around and check with everybody, all right? Number 3, raise your prices again. I do this all the time with my clients. I just had a client in Scottsdale, Arizona, pain management doc, told me for months that his patients wouldn't pay more than $1,500 for PRP. Finally got him to charge $3,000 for a single PRP procedure. Guess what? He's converting everybody that he makes the offer to. You want to know what my advice to him yesterday on the call was? Raise your prices again. Yeah, raise them $500. Because if nobody's saying no, then you're not charging enough. 4, don't hold back because you think they can't afford it. Now, I have clients all over the US. I have clients in Canada, and I hear this all the time. Big thing that I hear all the time. They always tell me how they don't have any money. Bullshit. Okay? They have money. Believe me, they have money. Everybody has money for the thing that they desperately want. And if you're selling a procedure, you're never going to sell them. If you sell an outcome, you'll always sell them. Okay? So don't hold back because you think they can't afford it. They can. You're just not presenting it in the right way to them. Okay? This is number 5. Switch an insurance procedure for a cash procedure. Switch an insurance procedure for a cash procedure. Now, in orthobiologics, regenerative, what we do is we start to tell our clients, look, steroid injections / cortisone injections are not any good for the patient. They weaken the ligament. They have long-term negative impact. They don't last very long. Sometimes they don't work at all. Okay? They're painful. So what you want to do is you want to switch out the cortisone shot for a PRP injection. Okay? Now, what happens when people say, oh, is this covered by insurance? It doesn't matter. You're just not presenting it the right way. Remember, the average American household at the time of this recording has an average annual deductible of $10,000. That's if they have a premium plan. This is defined by the federal government. 60% of Americans have what is called a premium plan. And by the way, that number is going up. The next is you're going to run what's called a 5130 email to your list. What is that? Well, 5130 email is something that we do for our clients in Business Mastery Fellowship, and it works like this. I'm looking for 5 customers that want to fix this one problem in the next 30 days. So we're looking for 5 patients that are suffering from knee pain that want to see significant improvement without pills and surgery in the next 30 days. If interested, hit reply and type interested. That's the email. Now, there's some steps that have to happen after that. I'm not going to go into that, but you run a 5130 email. If you don't have email addresses and all you have are phone numbers, then run a 5130 text campaign, okay? Next, follow a proven script. You got to have a script. If you don't have a script on how to close people and how to move people into buying transactions from you, remember, a doctor's role is to advise, guide, and recommend. That's what sales is. Shocker, I know. That's what sales is. Advise, guide, and recommend. That's it. Okay? Did I tell you this? I'm going to say it again. Offer it to everyone. Don't hold back. Offer cash services, offer PRP, anti-aging, longevity, whatever you're doing, medically guided weight loss, offer it to everybody. Okay? here is the next one, and then I'm going to give you the real humdinger, as we like to call it. Run a webinar. What's a webinar? Well, it's like a 30-minute, 40-minute commercial that you email your list and they get to watch it. And at the end, they've been educated and then they buy, okay? Or they book an appointment. And finally, create a welcome video to explain what is going on. Now, this is really one of my favorites. And the reason why this is so powerful is it creates a consistent message. You create like a 5 to 8 minute video that the patient watches before you come into the room. And that video explains this new thing that you're offering, and it educates them, and it creates an opportunity for them to ask you about it. Well, if they ask about it, then they're going to be more likely to buy. Okay? All right. So those are the 10 if you have a list.